is up, everyone? It is a Saturday early afternoon. It's late January, the snow on the ground. It's cold as hell outside, but I'm in the mood to go hit some golf balls. So I'm going to be going to a place called Stevens Golf Center, I think's the name of it, but they've got, from what I can tell, a pretty cool driving range that has that ball tracer technology, which you see a lot, obviously at Top Golf. Looks pretty cool for a driving range, anyways. And like I said, I was just in the mood to get out there and hack away for a little bit. So hey, let's get to it. So, what did I think of Stevens Golf Center? Well, I'm no pro. I haven't been, all over the world playing golf everywhere. I've probably played golf in a handful of states. But I will say that was probably the best driving range that I've ever been to. Most driving ranges you go to, half the time you pull up, at least my experience is that you're just wondering if they're even open or not, if they're shut down. And then you go inside, and there's usually just like one old guy behind the counter who's not moving, and you're wondering if the guy's still alive and breathing or not. And then by the time you finish up, that guy, he's just always like he's gone, like no one's there, so you don't know if he's like fallen down somewhere and needs help, or he's been kidnapped, or just took off for the day. So this place here, I think there were at least 3, maybe 4 employees there. It was a cold, overcast. I mean, we're in the 20s here. It's late January, and that place was was pretty packed. I mean, I think I would say that there were probably over 20 people, at the driving range there. Most of the bays there were full. All the bays, from what I can tell, even the grass ones, have had overhead coverings. I think some of the bays have like propane heated tanks there. But I didn't really mess with that. I just kind of went off to a bay on my own, just to stay away from people. There's a little pandemic going on right now, so I was just trying to keep a nice, healthy distance from everybody. But no, overall the mats were well maintained. They have built-in tees, like these, like unbreakable tees, that you can change the height on, which was great. I mean, that's the worst thing I think about just the standard driving range is, those little rubber tees that they slide under the mat that are, they're never the right size that you really need. They're either really too short or too tall, and they don't have any spares around, or if they do, they just have like one extra that's a slightly different height. But this one here, I could adjust heights on all my shots that I was hitting off the tee, and then for most that I was just hitting off the mat. It was just all very well maintained. All looked pretty new. They had benches, trash cans. The ball tracing technology clearly is the distances are much shorter. There's clearly some sort of bug in their software, because my shots were coming up a lot shorter than I was expecting. But no, in all seriousness, it's cool technology. It was pretty easy to use. I did have an issue with the app on my phone being able to link that to my bay there at the range, but the actual screen itself and their program at the range was no issues. Pretty easy to use. Have like a lot of built-in games. I haven't been to a Topgolf before, but I figure it's pretty similar as far as closest to the pin, various locations you can aim at and hit towards. Distance obviously is a big one there for a driving range. Tracking your launch angle, your ball speed, as far as your carry distance, it's all pretty cool. So I will definitely be back. Stevens Golf Center. That was it was my first time there, but I was definitely impressed. Actually, one of the employees came by. They actually had someone going by that was like picking up. Getting spare, or unused buckets there, basically falling after people after they left. The ones that weren't actually picking up for themselves, apparently. But one of the girls there just brought by a small bucket and asked if I wanted some extra balls, which that was very, very nice. But yeah, I was impressed. Everything looked clean, well maintained. A lot of the had plenty of targets, flags. Different netting, things like that you can aim at, along with what was already built into the screen there, with the ball tracing. But overall, very cool spot, and I will definitely be back. As far as, most importantly, how I actually hit, because I know that's all that I really care about. But I hit pretty well. I'm trying to. I noticed a couple months ago that I had a pretty noticeable dip in my left knee in my backswing, where I was really digging down and basically raising my foot off the ground. So I'm trying to get away from that and keep that a little more, secure, and focus more on rotating my hips. But I've always had a natural kind of fade in my swing. I don't know if that'll ever go away. But especially my long irons, and I even have a 3-wood, I was really hitting that on the money. I felt like I was getting some good distance on those, and at least good ball speed from what I could see from the tracing technology there that they had. So, that was it was good. It's work in progress. I think every golfer is, but for me, for sure, I'm just trying to go out with a game plan, a couple, 2 or 3 things that I'm working on each time I go out, and I'll take it from there. But all in all, a good day, and again, I will definitely be back. Peace.